Okay, so we're on our way to the orphanage here in Tecate, and a lot of you guys have been, questioning and asking questions. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ask the director of the orphanage a few questions. So I will have to turn the video off when we get there because I don't want to, invade their privacy or be disrespectful until I actually get approved, that I can record in there and ask questions. But I am gonna ask them the questions personally, and I will get back to you guys on this video. And I'm thinking, asking like questions like, how do you adopt a baby? What does it take? What are the requirements? Which I did talk about some of those requirements, but I'm gonna go straight to this director and ask him questions. What are the requirements here in Mexico? Or ask him, are they adopting? Are his kids adoptable? What ways we can support the orphanage? Which I do have a few people that are already willing to support the orphanage, and that's why I'm here to ask how many kids they have. So I got a lady that's willing to give blankets to every kid here for Christmas. So and then I have another lady emailing me straight that what can she do to help the orphanage. So stay tuned, guys, for the video. Okay, here we are. We're getting closer to the orphanage now, so you guys stay tuned, remember. Okay, so we're here. We're gonna talk to the director of this orphanage here.
There he is.
Where is he at?
Right there.
Is he outside?
Oh, I don't know.
So anyways, oh no, that's not him. But we're gonna, like I said, I'm gonna turn the camera off. We're here at the orphanage. I don't know if you guys remember this scenery.
The olive trees.
Yes. Okay, so we're done talking to Cesar at the orphanage of Rancho de sus Niños, El Milagro, Rancho of the Kids, the Miracle. So, we went there and we talked to Cesar and we asked him, what is it, something that we as a YouTube community can help to help the kids. He has 25 kids in the orphanage, 12 babies, and the rest of them are under 16 years old. When I went there, I actually saw more like 13 and under. I don't think he has any 16 or 17. I mean, he can't have 17s, but they're 16 and under. And he mentioned one thing that I'm really desperate need is I saw their house, and as you guys seen on the video, he has a room for the kids in the a room where they all sleep, and he has the room for the kids, for the teenagers or the kids from 13 and under, and he has the baby ones. Well, they don't have a nursery, and he was telling me that. I said, what do you say that this orphanage really needs? And he's saying, what the orphanage really needs is a nursery. And he said he talked to a contractor, and he's gonna give him he's gonna do the plans for him for the nursery for free, because he was, he was getting estimates from other people, and now and other people are charging too much money to get the plans going for that nursery that he's trying to build, for the babies, so they can, have their own. That's what he was needing the most. I was thinking he was gonna ask for, for money, and he's asking for a nursery to be built in the orphanage for those kids. I mean, he really loves those kids. We actually got to talk to him. If you see that, I'll put I recorded the conversation, so you'll see down below. I'll put a link on the description below, so you guys can click on it and hear the conversation. It's kind of raspy. It's not very clear. But he's the one with the accent, even though I have an accent too. But you can see he's the raspy voice with the accent, and he's the one that's talking. You'll see my wife, join into the conversation once in a while, but I let him do most of the talking. So if you guys want to know and get a feeling of what kind of person he is and how he is, I mean, he's been doing this for 30 years already, and him and his wife ran the orphanage, and he has love for the kids. Like if you guys listen to the recording, he has some real love. He's a Christian. He loves kids, and he hopes that God will bring the right people to build to build a nursery. So I asked him, I'm not in the position yet to help them go build something that big, and a lot of us are not in that position to even start building a nursery in their orphanage for 12 babies. But I believe it's possible, and he prays to God that the right people will come and start helping. So. But I says, what can I help? What can YouTube as a community help? I can't personally help with the nursery. I can probably provide my labor, my handiwork skills to help him build. But he wants to do, a nursery. He wants planned it out. He believes and knows that those kids deserve the best. Like he didn't even want used, toys. Some woman, he's explained to us, some lady, with a kind heart, she was offering used toys for his kids, but he has, he's like, my kids, I appreciate your help, but my kids, don't deserve. They deserve better than that, and that says a lot about him and how he's all about loving the kids and caring for them. And I mean, 30 years, he's the only one that's gonna. Okay, as far as I know, I was gonna say is that they're the actual his orphanage is the only orphanage that actually will be getting their federal license, which means that's the most legit you can get on an orphanage. And I know he's got his stuff all on top of it, license for everything, certificates, he approves for everything. He has the DIF come and check his orphanage. So I mean, he's really like got his stuff online. And I've known other orphanages that they're just corrupt. I'm not just saying this is the only good orphanage, but this is what the Lord has put in my heart. He's a Christian man, like I said, and I love that. And his heart is on it for the kids. Like I said, don't forget to watch the video in the description down below. There'll be a recording of this whole situation, of this whole conversation me and my wife had with the director of this orphanage. So okay, so with that said, as far as adopting a baby from that orphanage or from any individual orphanage, it doesn't work like that. You have to go through the DIF, which is the social services. That's where you got to go through to send the applications. That's where they're gonna fingerprint you, background check, make sure you're eligible to adopting a kid, all that stuff, your income, all that, all that important stuff that you guys know that I've been talking to you about. So another thing is that another thing that he mentioned to me was those kids he has there, they're brought to him by that DIF, which is, like I said, the social services. And he was telling me a sad story that recently, like I think he said a few days ago, before we got there today, he says there was a kid, a baby, on outside his gate, and someone must have dropped it off, and he said he could have kept that baby, he could have done something with them, but he says, he chose to, turn it into social services, the DIF in Mexico. And they handle it. They run paperwork on it, say abandoned, left at the gate of so orphanage. I mean, this is stuff that I didn't think it was even real. But parents do leave their kids in gates of orphanage. I think that was stuff that only happened in movies. But unfortunately, we're living in the real world. So I just want to ask you guys that if there's a way that you guys have any ideas, my channel, it's growing. I'm trying to follow God's desire and God's will. My heart is in for the orphanage, to help this orphanage, to help orphan kids, to help families. Mostly, it seems like my way is going is to help the orphans. So I want you guys to give me ideas and support my channel. Subscribe and like, give it a thumbs up, and just if you have ways to support, I will be getting a nonprofit organization for so you guys can get, if you guys help, you guys be, can use that as a tax write-off, because it is a tax write-off when you help, nonprofit organizations. So we just thank you guys, and we just hope to see you guys soon, and God bless you guys, and thanks a lot.